Only in Japan.
Good morning from Otsu City in Shiga Prefecture. This is Ishiyama Station, and I've come here for something a lot stronger than day-old sushi, something I wouldn't eat anyways. This is year-old sushi.
Year-old sushi.
It's a local delicacy of Shiga Prefecture. A lot of my Japanese friends have told me the horrors of its smell and how strong it tastes and how I won't be able to stand it. And they might be right, but I'm gonna give it a try anyways. It's called Funazushi, and it can be found in Shiga Prefecture, located at the center of the country, wrapped around Lake Biwa, Japan's largest freshwater lake. Otsu is at the bottom of the lake, just a 10-minute train ride from Kyoto Station. The lake is big and beautiful. Shiga Prefecture wraps around it. Being close to Kyoto means Otsu has got a ton of ancient temples. Ishiyama-dera is one of them, featured in The Tale of Genji, written in the year 1008. Also featured in Hiroshige's ukiyo-e print titled Autumn Moon at Ishiyama, overlooking Lake Biwa. And near Ishiyama-dera Temple is this store called Shiseian, which makes traditional Funazushi. I met the chef at the door.
Kanta Inoue.
He's only 24 years old and already a master of the craft, making Funazushi since he was 13. On the side of the store are buckets full of fermenting Nigorobuna fish. You can preserve the fish for as long as a few years, but 1 year is enough. He carts a bucket into the store to open. One of the biggest question marks I had was, how bad does it smell? Funazushi is infamous as being one of the stinkiest foods in Japan. The smell? It was strong, but not overpowering. 大丈夫?
全然臭くないでしょ。
臭くない、臭くない。おかしい。Inoue-san dug deep into the bucket to find a good one. The fermented rice has turned into pulp, the lactic acid bacteria in it helping to preserve the fish. It looks gross, and may even smell a little questionable for food. But there's a lot of good stuff in this sushi. Nigorobuna, or white crucian carp, has soft bones and preserves well in this method, locked fermenting under the weight of a stone for a year. So, how is Funazushi made? The fish are caught in season before laying eggs. The secret to keeping the smell down is to scrub and clean the fish well, removing all scales. Nigorobuna scales are easy to remove compared to many other fish. When cleaned and rinsed, Inoue-san brings the fish outside to prepare the fermentation process. The Nigorobuna are ready for the next step. In the bucket, a base of rice is added. Inoue-san then stuffs the rice in the head of the fish. This will create lactose acid bacteria, considered a good bacteria, that will preserve the fish.
これをしまう。
こんな感じね。He adds another layer of rice to the prepared fish.
またこの上に船を乗せてどんどん積み上げていきます。ここに。
1年間。
Yes.
A year later, it's ready to be eaten. Here's the year-old fish Inoue-san has selected for my eating challenge today. In the kitchen, he cuts it thin. It packs a strong kick, so a little goes a long way. That spark of orange are fish eggs, which adds color to the dish. The bones have softened and the fish's meat has been preserved well. Inoue-san even made a mini nigiri sushi for me. Raw fish on rice like this. A little garnish, and the plate is now complete.
The year-old Funazushi Eating Challenge.
Is unrefrigerated sushi safe to eat a year later? Man vs. food. Inoue-san brings out the tray of year-old sushi. The contents are confirmed. This is Shiga Prefecture's famous Funazushi. Right here, the usual way Funazushi is prepared. Nearby, an unusual miniature nigiri-style sushi, and at the end, Nigorobuna preserved a year in a barrel, still smothered in fermented salty rice.
1年間トータル1年
Once again, my thoughts go back to how normal sushi is thrown out after sitting around for only a day. But this has been sitting in a bucket for an entire year, 4 seasons, 52 weeks. The taste doesn't hit you right away, so wait for it. Wait for it. There it is.
ちょっとスパイ。
スパイ
ちょっとスパイ。ちょっとじゃない。スパイ。スパイ。
どうぞお酒があります
あ、お願いします。はい。
食っと
乾杯。
お酒にぴったり合うでしょ
そうだよね。うな寿司めっちゃ酸っぱい。でも日本酒と飲んだらその酸っぱい味はだんだん減るですね。
お酒のあてですね。
You know, I'm pretty surprised because my image before I started this quest to eat the Funazushi was that I was gonna absolutely hate it and it was gonna be something that was too strong for me to handle. Yeah, it's strong. It really is, but it's not as strong as I thought it would. I guess my expectations for the strength of Funazushi was way high. So this is the first time you eat Funazushi. I think there is like an initial shock because you have never had this flavor before. It's not an easy flavor to describe. It's very sour. なんかチーズみたい。酸っぱいチーズとかヨーグルトチーズ
のちょっとしょっぱい
はい。
感じ。
そうそうそうそう。Yeah, kind of like a blue cheese sourness to it. Maybe like yogurt that's couple days too old or something like this. But it's not bad.
酸っぱいかもしれないけれど、でもつけてるとこによってはもっと酸っぱいのもあるし、もっと臭いのもあるし。
普通はみんなこの型で食べないでしょ。
食べない食べない。
これジョンスペシャル。
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
That raises the question, what is sushi? There are generally 2 categories of sushi, Hayazushi or fast sushi, and Narezushi, the ancient form originating from Southeast Asia. Nigiri sushi, a type of Hayazushi, a slice of raw fish on vinegared rice, is what I know very well. Like this one. But nigiri sushi didn't come around until the early 1800s. It could be made quickly and enjoyed with rice, a sort of fast food. While Narezushi dates back about 1,000 years. Funazushi, a type of this ancient variety, fermenting for a year, the rice a preserving agent, and still made in the traditional way around Lake Biwa and Shiga Prefecture. So this is ancient cuisine, a historically important food for Japan, a dish to be respected.
寿司はね、米稲作とともに大陸の方から日本に渡ってきて、ナレ寿司っていうご飯で魚をつけるっていう文化が大陸から渡ってきて、全国各地あったんです。海のものをつけたりとか、北海道で伊豆市っていうのもあるし、でもなぜ船寿司がすごい評価が高かったんです昔から。 なぜなのかって言ったらやっぱりこの琵琶湖の水、琵琶湖で取れたニゴロブナ、それに滋賀県で取れる美味しい近江米と、あとは琵琶湖のきれいな水と、その3つが合わさって船寿司の評価が高かったのかなとは僕は思います。おばあちゃんから聞いた話、昔は船がよく取れたんですよ。ニゴロブナっていう船が、それはもう琵琶湖にしか取れない魚で、その魚がすごい船寿司に適してて、骨は柔らかいし鱗は取れやすいしすぐ浸かりやすい。だから1年で船寿司ができるんです。でその船がよく昔は取れたんですって。もういっぱい上がるのね、もういっぱいもうそこら辺に落ちてるぐらいで、それと船寿司の技術いっぱいあるんだけど、保存の仕方がね、やっぱり昔は冷蔵庫がなかったから、こういう風にご飯船をつけてずっと、もうそうしてさっきみたいに石して空気の入らないようにしておいたら、もう1年でも2年でも持つので、保存食として船寿司が広まっていったんだと思います、滋賀県の中で。
そうだよね、昔よりそこがなかったんでしょ。
そう、冷蔵庫代わりにご飯で船をつけてね、でそれを食べているうちに風邪ひいた時には船寿司食べて元気になれ、お腹痛くなったら船寿司食べて、乳酸発酵ですからね、そういったのもあるのかなと思います。
So there you have it, the legend of Funazushi. Yeah, this is a local delicacy of Shiga Prefecture. It is fermented, but I have to tell you something. It's not that bad. Only 10 minutes from Kyoto lies the origins of sushi, ancient food, and an eating challenge. How strong is Funazushi? You'll have to visit Shiga Prefecture to try for yourself. Year Old Sushi, you've been challenged. Next time, let's officially look behind the scenes at Shueisha's Shonen Jump manga series as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. It's a real glimpse at this culturally important manga known for One Piece, Captain Tsubasa, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and many more, with interviews from editors and artists. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button and watch another one of Only in Japan's shows.